Crack timeout.
Here's the thing.
With your boy Hunter, and Jake. That
thing.
boy looking weird and he feeling strange.
Here's the thing. I'm wearing shorts. You can see my,
Oh my god. Okay.
Here's what happened.
I don't know about that.
Here's what happened. So me and my cousin, he will remain nameless. You know what I mean?
Lameless.
Nameless. Me and him came down to Hunter's place.
Are you good? Are you okay?
I'm chilling, bro. But
Before we get this, I feel like why do I feel like I'm the most like coherent
have
right
a couple
now?
sips.
Why do I feel like I'm the tightest screw here?
Here's the thing.
That's weird, huh?
We came down here and we said, let's go get a couple pops, hang out, watch some bad movies. We watched Land of the Lost, so it's success. You know what I mean? Terrible movie.
Yeah. Land of the Lost. Will Ferrell shouts out. Danny McBride.
I mean, I wasn't laughing, and I was a couple pops in.
It's crazy how much I really thought that movie was, like how good I really thought that was.
Yeah.
Can I be honest though? It's
ahead.
sort of also a factor of watching things with you. You watch something with your lady, it's real nice.
That's facts.
You know, it's good. It's
if you can
interesting.
crack up the broad, it's a good time.
Watch it with you.
What'd I do?
It's like if we're 5 minutes in, if they don't have you, you're letting everyone know this movie sucks, huh?
They better
Fellas, can I get an amen?
Give me a laugh, a tit, a dick, something. The first five.
You don't get. I mean, you do not like slow burn, huh? That's not your thing. Slow
if
burn.
it's a comedy, it better be funny off the bat, in my opinion. I mean,
You're not a big slow burn guy.
I love a good slow burn.
No, you don't.
I love a good slow burn. Don't question. You ever seen There Will Be Blood? I've seen There Will Be Blood. You've never seen that. Okay, let's get that out the
You're gonna
way.
bring up some. Yeah, all right. I figured.
That's all I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
The mic's
go ahead.
going. I'm about to burp in a sec. Here's my problem. We came to Hunter's place. We had a couple pops, a couple frozen pizzas. I'll put it this way:
A couple frozen pizzas.
We filmed a podcast before that. It wasn't that good.
We did film a podcast earlier, guys. We're gonna throw in some pieces of that podcast.
Right,
this is gonna be interesting because me and Jake really got into a real fight.
We're gonna do a little cut right here of how that ended right there. You know what I mean?
We got into a real argument there, and it's cool. We love each other, man. Did
This
Jake
is my brother,
try and
bro.
quit the podcast? Yes.
You saw that in the clip I just inputted right there.
I had to hold his hand for like a long time.
We did hold hands to make up, and it was a whole thing. Hunter was
You
crying.
being so bad to quit.
I was upset. I'll be so thrilled. But then we came back. We did what we had to do.
We had to do what we had to do, man. Sometimes when you insult each other, you know, people's
We had a couple pops.
feelings get hurt. We got to have a couple pops.
We had a couple pops, and then
Cheers, mate.
where did we get these pops?
Well, we went to a liquor store, and then we
my
went
bad.
to
So to get the frozen pizza, then my bad.
we
We went to Stater Bros. Now
what frozen pizza?
we realized we were going to be hungry later, and we're responsible. We didn't want to drive. So what did? We got some frozen pizzas. And where did we go to get that? Stater Brothers in Riverside.
So we're in this grocery store, and there's this kid that walks by Jake, and
Call
he
him
shouts
kid?
out.
He looks-
Well, I mean, to me, kid, I don't know. He looked probably kid to me. I'll say kid. Walks by Jake, and he's like, no, Jake says to the guy, man, I love your shoes.
I don't say nothing to him. I'm wearing Nike Cortezes, and the guy walks by and goes, I love your shoes. He goes, I love your shoes. And I go, they're good. He goes, those are some Cortezes? And I said, they are. And he goes, that's what's up. And I say, Back to the Future. Because they're in Back to the Future.
I don't think they're in Back to the Future.
And he looks at me and goes, it's Forrest Gump.
When you refer to the shoes in Back to the Future, you immediately assume Air Mags. You don't assume.
Air Mags?
Isn't that what they're called?
Air
Air Mag?
Air Max.
No, they're Air Mag. Those
bad.
specific shoes are called Air Mag, I believe.
Yeah, you're right.
You good?
I'm burping, but I'm good. I've had a couple pops. Not as much as my common cousin who will remain nameless, and not as much as Hunter who will remain nameless as well with a big.
I ain't his cousin. Y'all know that. Fuck
Yeah.
him.
But all I know is, so we're looking as we're looking for the frozen Pete's. This guy he does the circle back, like you know what I mean.
So he goes into the back of the store, does fucking God knows what.
Jerks off. I don't know what he's doing.
Hits a fucking stizzy pin or something, and then comes
There's a
back.
line of ketamine or something. This guy was on one, talking about community college, which I've been to before.
Dude, so then he starts talking to Jake about school, or what? How does he come back? He approaches back with what?
He walks up to us and he goes, "Y'all boys in college?"
He
First
did.
of all, I'm 24. I know I don't look it, but I am 24. Hunter is 29.
Let's get real here at Crack Timeout. There's obviously an age gap. Okay,
age gap.
It is what it is.
We're only 5 years apart.
We're
which
not
is,
that mad about it.
No, but he saw us and was like, y'all in college. But me, I understand. But he looked at Hunter and said it's Hunter in college. I'll be for real, though. I was surprised this guy was, he told us he was 21. I'm surprised. Hunter looks younger than this guy.
I'm going to be honest, this guy wasn't 21. This guy was lying.
This guy was trying to fuck. Let's just be so for real what was happening tonight.
This guy was lying about how old he was in the frozen in like the frozen lasagna.
In the frozen pizza section of a Stater Brothers. So what are we doing? I'm looking at DeJourne now.
He was
he's
definitely
talking
hitting
to
on
me.
you. Thinking back on this now, he was definitely hitting on you.
He goes, y'all boys in college? And I lied and said, yes. I've graduated for about a year now.
I told him I was in college too.
Hunter said he was in college too. And the guy believed it. Because he wasn't, he's thinking with his dick in the moment.
Oh
you know
my
what I mean?
God. That guy was like, oh, you're in college? He just ate it up. I don't know.
He loved it. He said, we're like, yeah, we're at college. And
We sat there, we're talking to this guy, and he starts talking about how he's going to walk on to some college football
so
team.
he goes to he goes to some community college. And then I go, where do you want to go after that? And he goes, something San Diego, blah, blah, blah.
SDSU.
SDSU. He's like, I'm going to walk on to the football team. This guy has never seen a football. I'm just going to say it.
He was like, I'm a linebacker. Well, I was a defensive lineman, but they moved me to linebacker. But I'm 21.
I said, I get
bro,
it.
when was the last time you played football, dog?
First of all, linebacker, I get it. You power fuck. I understand what you want me to say about that. He wants us to bend over.
That guy was probably definitely hitting on us, but it's just funny that, like, all right, hypothetically, let's say he's being for real. This guy is 21 years old, and he is trying to walk on to SDSU.
He was going gray.
The last time he played football was when he was 18 years old. Hasn't realized
17 years ago.
4 years have gone by, and he's fat now. Let's just be honest here.
This brother was like the least fit guy at Ralph's.
This guy was a fat dude. And I'm sitting here like, you think you're going to be a fucking linebacker at SDSU next week?
Hunter goes, are you fast?
I straight looked at him like, are you strong? Like, do you have some ability that I can't see right now? Like, are you...
I wanted to test his gay. You know what I mean? So I said, San Diego, a lot of girls. And he goes, yeah, you know. He didn't give me a good response. I was hoping.
He wasn't very convincing that chicks is what he was with.
But then he goes, they love white guys like us, first of all.
Yeah, he did throw a hard like us out there, didn't he? I forgot about that.
That was a weird, like, he's on the floor working right
You know what
now.
it is? Bro, my accent brings that out sometimes around people.
It brings racist.
Just
down.
because
Okay.
all of a sudden some guy's talking around you with a southern accent, next thing you know, some other dude's like, man, I hate Mexicans. And it's like, bro,
First of
what
all,
the hell?
I'm talking to this guy. He's saying white like us. I'm on the phone with ICE right now.
That
like,
was
brother's last
crazy.
name was Alberto. I'm just saying.
That's somebody, he's lying. Like he's trying to convince us.
He's trying to act like he's
No,
Mexican. He's
bro, I'm
white.
telling you. He heard that accent. And I'm telling you, sometimes when people hear a southern accent, they just think they can just start saying whatever.
When he said, this is how
I hate how people be
This
driving.
is how Mexican I thought he was. When he said he played football, I'm like, you mean soccer. You know what I mean? I thought he meant soccer, this stupid ass.
He had a unibrow. That's how Mexican he was. He had a unibrow.
This guy had one eyebrow. Talking about he plays football.
Dude, that was crazy. He was literally trying to convince us that he was going to walk on to SDSU as a linebacker and start. He was like, I think
Brother had the Stater Brothers belt on. Talking about him a walk on.
Oh, man. You got hit on by a big gay dude. It's so funny. He saw us walking. He's like, well, I'm about to take that dude's dude.
He was like, what's your guys' name? And I was like, fucking Frank. I shook his hand and shit. I made up a name. He don't even know my name.
Man.
He's gonna
that's
find me on
some
Instagram
good
and
stuff.
stalk me and murder my girlfriend. Say, you're mine. You know what I mean? I don't trust this guy. My cousin walked up, who will remain nameless. My cousin walked up, and he was like, heard like a second of this guy talking, and left, and he sensed that he wanted to fuck, and we had to get out of there.
He picked it up quick.
Yeah, that
Your
guy.
cousin got a hell of a gaydar, I'll say.
You know what I mean?
Well, it takes one to know one. What?
That's all I'm gonna say about that. But this guy definitely, it was strange. Can I get an amen?
Yeah, that guy was trying to hit on you, man. He was trying to. I don't know what he was really trying to do for real. That it's just so weird how he was like weirdly hung up on football and then like hard white there at the end. He
It
like
was strange because this guy was. When we say he was Mexican, it's not even like a debate.
he's
right?
like, yeah, it's great being white or something. Like he said something like that.
I'm not
like, dude,
ICE. You
chill
don't gotta
the fuck
convince
out.
me. You know what I'm saying? I'm down with the cause.
It was It was weird.
It was strange, and
I had a good time though. I really enjoyed it.
I had a good time too. And it was weird because this guy he did the walk back where he left the original You know what I have a problem with is when the guy's talking to you and it's clear this guy he's on the job, so he's got nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
Only way he's leaving is if he got lunch coming up.
Right.
So there's no way out of this convo. How do we even get out of that?
How to get out of what?
We just started walking away, started following us? What happened? How did we leave the convo right there?
We walked away and then he circled back. Remember? He
That's right.
circled back. He was walking one way. He act like he picked something up.
Yes.
This guy was trying to talk to us, man.
That was weird.
He wanted to get to
I'll
know
be for
us.
real. I almost gave him our Instagram. Because I didn't know he was gay until you said in the car. I was just like, yeah, this guy's cool.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
But he said he was.
That's how they get you.
he said
Man, that guy's so cool. He was buying me drinks, and we were hanging out. Next thing you know, he followed me into the bathroom and tried to eat my ass.
It was crazy. I don't. First of all,
That's how it happens. And I know that's happened to you. Deny that. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna. The guy he claimed. The guy he claimed 21. The guy was 35.
Yeah, the guy was not 21. If he's 21, I'm 21. You know what I'm saying?
If he's 21, you're 18 at that point.
Yeah, that fella was
We've also come to the conclusion that Hunter has no ass. We realized that too.
Oh, my God. I saw a photo from me. I saw a photo of me from behind, and boy, was I disappointed. I've been doing
bad.
squats. I've been doing hack machine. I've been doing leg extension. I've been doing...
You need some butt extension.
I got to do something.
You do something different.
I need some cheek. I got to start doing some.
Because you always would act like... You'd always act like you need ass. You call 1-800-Hunter Ladner for some ass. You know what I'm saying?
I honestly was walking around thinking I had a lot of cheek. Like I had cheeks.
And then we saw a picture.
That's like a compliment I've gotten my entire life. It's like, oh, that guy's got a nice butt.
It could be just be the pants too.
I've always been told that.
You got to factor in the pants situation.
I'm telling you now, it's not the pants. Something has changed.
So you've lost
drastically.
ass.
I've been sitting down a lot.
It's flattened you.
I think I've been sitting down too much. I think this is a sign. Boy, you better get up.
I got a problem.
You better get up. You better get up. That ass about to go.
I'm doing a full 180 right now.
Okay.
We cooked the frozen pizza that I was talking about earlier.
All right.
So the frozen pizza comes with instructions. $4.25.
Oh,
Cook
I love
10
this.
minutes.
I love this. I love this.
My question: Hunter puts the pizza in, and I go, "How much longer we got?" And he goes, "I'm eyeballing it."
I'm an eyeball kind of guy.
If
Go
you
ahead. I
have-
love to eyeball.
Here's my question.
I am eyeballing, bro. That's how I do everything in life. You got to watch
Here's
that
my question.
food cook.
Here's my
You got to
question.
know when the food's cooked.
Here's my question:
What?
If the directions are on there, why do you got to eyeball?
Because you just going to follow blindly behind anybody saying anything, man. Them directions could have been printed by somebody who wasn't paying no attention.
The guy who made it doesn't know what he's talking about.
You don't know. There could have been a misprint. What if it said put it in there for an hour? We'd have a black pizza. Don't nobody want that.
You talk an hour?
Don't nobody want that.
10 to 12 minutes.
What I'm saying is this. There's nothing wrong with just doing something the right way and looking at it as it cooks. That's nothing wrong. How you think people used to cook before instructions? With your simple ass.
I'm not gonna debate that. That's a good point.
Yeah, I know it is. You want to know something else too?
Mm.
Gordon Ramsay exists, dog.
You think
You
he's
think he's
eyeballing?
out here just using some other dude's timer? No. Ramsay's in there flipping shit. Watching it cook like a man.
No.
Yeah.
He is a guy. that did it for him.
I'll say this. There's like chef, like
Boyardee.
Olive Garden, someone like that in that kitchen, right?
Mm.
They're doing chef work. They're preparing food for others to be eaten. And I'm not trying to put anyone down, but there's a difference between that and Gordon, right? Gordon's in there doing shit. Injecting the meat. Marmalade.
Marmalade.
Yeah.
Marble eyes?
No.
You got me
Marmalade.
drooling.
Slow smoke.
I'm at the point where I can't control my drool, by the way.
Gordon Ramsay's doing in there. He's in there doing work. And what I'm telling you is, it's a different thing. And you got to appreciate that, man. You got to, what were we talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. I lost you a long time ago.
I could have kept going there for 20 minutes.
I think we're talking about directions and shit. I mean, I don't know. Something about the eyeball on a pizza.
Oh, okay. This is my whole point.
Go
A
ahead.
good cook knows how to cook, man. Eyeball the pizza.
Yes.
Yeah, watch it cook.
One quick timeout. A
What?
word from our sponsors, Mr. XL Fitness. If you trying-
XL Fitness.
Let's rock XL. Buy XL Fitness for real. That shit good.
Buy XL Fitness.
It's
you
the
know,
only shorts I wear if I'm being for real.
look. I'll say this.
Hunter may or may not have had relations with the owner.
Being a part of this brand and the growth of this brand has been something I've thoroughly enjoyed and something I have learned to respect.
It's very good pants, and it'll make your dick look huge, and your balls look decent. But overall, comfortable pants. Very good. I recommend. Go online, XL Fitness. I don't know why we haven't been sponsored before. They're a good brand. It's a good brand. Okay, so that's.
You ever
that.
been to like a street fair? You look corn dog. I'm sorry, my bad.
We'll corn dog that, but yes, I have. Vanessa, you know what I mean? I've been to the Japanese. I've been to the Japanese OC Fair before. I don't know if you are familiar with the Japanese OC Fair.
Japanese OC Fair.
I went to the OC Fair. Japanese
Boy, they in there just serving sushi. What?
sushi, yes.
A lot of things
So
doing this.
I go there.
You know what I'm talking about? The little fit.
I'm with my woman. I'm with my woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my bad.
I'm with my brother, and my brother's woman's also there, and my dad's there. My dad's woman's there too. Also, mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What's this all about? I don't know what this is. Let's make it.
You know the little cat.
This is the cat. Okay.
That's so funny.
I do miss him. And I didn't get to say this the one time I wanted to talk about it, but he gave us some food. It was spicy. I had a sore in my mouth, and it fucked my shit up for about a week. I'll talk about that, though. It seemed like it was planned. But
Can I be honest with you?
Go ahead.
When the guy was dropping the food off
Yeah.
and was only speaking Chinese to
I was
him,
nervous. I'll be for real.
I'm like, oh, fuck. If he wanted to do something like sick and twisted to us, he could have easily
I'm going to give you
done it
two
that
things
night.
I heard. So he walks up, and he goes, dong, dong.
Okay, you don't have to redo the...
And this is what he said.
I get it. I
This
know
what-
what
this-
language
this-
they
this is what
speak.
he said.
Cantonese.
This is what he said. I poisoned. And then we might have to cut this whole part out.
I'm going to tell you right now, the fact that I know what Cantonese is, you should be more impressed by.
Cantonese?
Cantonese. I've been looking this up because I'm trying to go out there. He told me I could visit.
He gave me all the best spots. Now, here's the thing. Is our boy from China is
a good guy.
he's also not a spy, as we've established in the past. He's not a
Okay.
spy. He is just a genius, though.
That's insane, bro. I
And
cannot
it's
wrap my
hard-
head around the fact that
People
he-
say don't assume all Chinese people are smart when the 3 Chinese people I know are all geniuses.
Yeah.
And I feel like that shouldn't be a racial thing. I feel like they're smart. That's a compliment. He's a very smart guy, and I'm jealous that my brain don't work like that. You know what I mean? Don't play footsie with me now.
You don't know what I wanted to just like blurt into the mic.
I have a feeling I knew what you were going to say. We're cutting most of that out. But here's what I was going to say about all this stuff. What was I talking about? Tariffs? Before that, what were we talking about?
Okay.
Go back.
What? How do you actually?
Oh, Japanese fair. Yes, I went to the Japanese fair. That's
Okay.
what we're talking about. I went to the Japanese fair. Japanese fair was a good time. I went with my woman, as I said before. We watched the guy who cut tuna. And here's the problem I had with the guy.
What are they doing over there for?
So they shipped in a guy from Osaka to cut tuna in front of everybody. All of us gather around. It's my family and a bunch of white families who are fat and ugly. So I'm not trying to be mean.
Why are you being so hateful toward these fat families?
Because they were fat and they had no attention span.
They were big Japanese.
I could hear their conversation. No, they were white. I could hear their conversation. What are they doing up there? I'm like, they're cutting tuna. When's it start? It's been starting. I can't stand these. You know what I mean? These white. People think we crack
Say
jokes.
it.
These white people are crazy. White trash. I hate them. I'm sorry.
Say it, man. Get
Anyway.
it off your chest. Let them know.
But then as I'm watching, they're really trying to hype up this tuna cutting, which is not that interesting.
Okay. Tough to watch.
You
That's
cut
a
a
tough
tuna,
watch.
and the whole time they're like, "Okay, I'm not.
Precision.
This is
precision
not.
cut,
I'm not
precision
even
cut.
trying to be like disrespectful.
Right.
I'm being a full on.
Right.
This is a full on impression because
Right.
there's a guy who's watching the guy cut tuna. He's trying to hype it up. Wow, he cut the tuna. It's the best he can do. And the guy cuts it. He goes, "Look at the head, everybody." And we're all looking, and we're like, "That's cool." My girlfriend loved it. Then I
Your
ate.
girlfriend loved the tuna.
She loved tuna cutting. Yeah, she had a great
Oh
time.
my god.
And then I bought a sandwich that was $25, and I just left. What about you? Have you been to fair?
Brother, I've been to many fairs, and let me tell you,
Mhm.
there's nothing better than like a kiss at the top of the Ferris wheel, right? You ever had that?
A lot better than that.
Dude, you're up there. Or like a hand job at the top of the Ferris wheel. You ever?
That's not bad.
Nah, and let me tell you something else that our fairgrounds was known for was fist fights.
Fights at the fairground?
Well, what we do is all
Yeah.
the schools would meet up, all the different schools would meet up, and they'd put out like people to fight, right?
I'm gonna time you out real quick. My
Okay.
question: why is there so many fights going up for you? I feel like every story you have, it ends with a fight.
Can I tell you why?
Go ahead.
Ultimately, and this is I feel like I've been really working toward a way to explain
Can't
this.
feel my hands.
A way to explain this on stage, but it's the fact that there is no women there. You're fighting over. Ultimately, it's the who can be the manliest man because there's only 3 pretty women and there's 100 dudes. So
That's
it just turns into just the most chimpanzee brain.
So okay,
you know,
so when you're there,
version of
it's
it.
almost like either be jacked and fight or get no puss.
I mean,
It's like that's the law of the
no,
land.
you can talk to people or do whatever, but I'm just saying, like, ultimately, it's just the competition's a lot more stout out there. And so you're asking why there's a lot more fist fights. That's why I would say.
Okay.
Why it's just more aggressive naturally is because it's just more men than women. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Just feels that way. I don't know if it is or not, like actual numbers wise.
Yeah.
But you also got to remember, like the South is known for big folks, biggies,
Like fat?
big old
Big
mamas.
boned dude?
No, well, I mean, big bones don't exist. That's just fat body.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that or not.
Yeah.
Anyone who's ever said, "Oh, that's big bone," that's really not big bone. That's the same skeleton that everyone has.
No. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm a small guy, and if I packed on weight.
Your bones are the same though. If you were a big old fat dude who just ate Chick-fil-A every day and just candy, rainbow Skittles and shit, you'd be all fucked up.
keep bringing up Rainbow Skittles around, man.
Not rainbow Skittles. I'm trying to say, what are those candies everyone's been eating recently? The Nerds clusters.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
I see those everywhere now. Nerds clusters. Nerds cluster little gummies. I'm like, I mean, if you're eating that, what are we doing? You know?
That's a good point.
Secretly, I'm just like going
focusing.
home. I'm just going into like gas stations buying all the Nerds clusters. I feel.
That's just you eating them.
I just have like a weird.
That explains your man tits.
I have a weird food thing.
Why say man tits? You flex your tits.
I guess I can't.
There you go, man. Yeah. All right. I'm not gonna lie. You got some weird nipples, but go ahead.
Why are you checking me out like that right now, man?
Oh, my bad. But you're saying about the fist fights at the OC Fair?
It just ends up always being okay. So at the fairgrounds there in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, right? I had just moved to that area, and there was a fist fight there, right? So everyone, and when this happened, this is like a big meetup. This is a to-do for everyone in the, because it's either basically hang out at the Walmart parking lot, one of the high school parking lots, or this campground, right?
Yeah.
So we all was hanging at the Walmart. We get the text to go to the campground. We pull up. The only dude there who wanted to fight anybody was this little gay dude.
What's his name? Jake?
We're gonna call him. We're gonna call him Mateus Lardtick.
That's a gay name. Mateus Lardtick?
Mateus Lardtick.
His name was Matthew Larddick. Large dick.
And he got it, and we needed somebody to like put up against him, right? So we put up like a little gay dude that went to our high school.
What's his
name?
name?
Was
Let's call him what?
Stole Kennett.
Dope name. Dope name.
Stole Kennett. And bruh,
Who won?
these two gay dudes beat the shit out of each other for like
What?
20. It was the longest like real natural fist fight I think I've ever seen in my life. Like the longest duration of time.
The whole time
It
you were
was-
watching, was there like a moment where you're like, will they start fucking?
No, it was real aggression too, because
Oh,
I feel
wow.
like they had definitely probably done a little something together or something, you know.
Wow, one ghosted the other one.
And you got to remember
Boom.
too, back then, I mean, it's a real like. Then too, it was like sort of a shameful thing. There was a guy hosting this thing, like refereeing it.
Let's get ready to rumble.
His name was Barles Maxon.
Okay, you're doing terrible with these names right now. I know exactly what these people's names are right now.
Barles Maxon,
Okay.
and he refereed this fight between these two dudes, and like what he was doing was every time they'd take each other down, he'd pick them up. So these boys was hitting each other a couple times, wrestling around. He'd pick them up, separate them, and then they'd start punching each other again.
Who was cleaning the cum?
I mean, I don't even know what to do when you do that.
I'm trying to make you
Sometimes when you do that, it's like,
it's cum crash out.
did I ever tell you about the firework like wars we'd have?
No,
So around 4th of July time,
make it good.
you could get like good fireworks out there in the South. You know, they didn't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd get like Roman candles, and we'd ride around in our cars, and like other rival high schools, we would have shootouts with the Roman. I swear, there's videos of this. I was riding around, hanging out of expeditions, shooting Roman candles at each other. It was fun. Some girl got a like a mortar ball. You know, the mortar ball you drop into the tube and it shoot.
Oh yeah.
So I had one of them like this. I didn't. My buddy did, and he's holding the.
This sounds like white trash Israel versus Palestine.
Some similarities actually, but he had the mortar cannon tube, lit that thing, shot it. It went into a dude's truck,
Oh no.
hit his girlfriend, burned her all up. She pressed charges.
She got burnt?
She got burned up by the
Oh,
mortar. It
moly.
blew up on her. Boom! Inside the truck. It was
oh my
crazy.
Gosh,
Blew
you
the
must have
window
felt
out.
bad about that. You got no heart.
I didn't. I didn't do it.
Were you there
I
for
was
this?
with the people who did, but I didn't.
I would have
do
been
it.
felt bad just watching.
No, man.
Yeah.
That could have easily been me if they'd have shot that mortar first. That's how I look at
also
that.
very true.
This is gang mentality, man. You don't never know when someone's gonna take.
Were
your
y'all? I
life.
thought y'all were friends.
We were, but we were shooting Roman candles at each other at this
It's not
point.
gang mentality then. Civil War mentality.
What I'm saying is if they would have popped one off at me, I would have just been the one who got hit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It wouldn't have been no
So you feel
different.
like y'all were all in on the same, like something could happen here?
Ultimately, we all sort of knew the dice we were shaking. I feel like I did at least.
I'm with you on that.
That's something I feel like I've always done pretty good at in life is knowing not exactly what I'm getting into, but at least having a firm understanding that if this goes south, at least I've accepted the fact that I know what could go wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of people live in like ignorance of that. I don't. I accept it.
I live in constant knowing of what can go wrong.
When I get in a car with you, I think there's a 55% chance we're going to be in a car accident.
It's most likely going to happen.
We're going to be in a pile-up. Multiple car incident caused by you. Because you're not a good driver. Let's say it.
I'm not going to... This motherfucker had to get racist. I fucking hate your bitch ass. That's awesome.
Dude, what was the gnarliest car wreck you've ever been in?
I've ever been in? Not too bad for me, but my dad, when he was about my age, he was in Palm Springs, and he was in a Jeep, and the wind was so crazy, he lifted the Jeep up. He was asleep, flipped it upside down. He now has metal bones.
Dang.
He said he had to put a catheter up his penis.
Ooh, catheter.
Which, have you ever had a catheter up your penis?
Nope.
That's a top 10 of fear of mine.
I can't. I mean, I dread the day. I've thought about that's like one of my...
Because when you're older, you got to put the catheter up the dick.
Regardless.
I'm crashing out, but you know what I mean?
But hopefully, what I'm hoping to is by the time I'm like older, that just is numb anyway.
There's so much stuff in life that like I'm like, do I got to do that one day? And it's very scary, which includes a colonoscopy.
I've had multiple colonoscopies.
You've had a colonoscopy?
Yeah.
Why?
It's literally nothing.
Why have you had a colonoscopy?
I had some stomach thing when I was a kid.
You had a colonoscopy as a kid?
Yeah, when I was like 13.
Bro, I would have been roasting your bitch ass in school.
For what?
Give a fuck by a doctor.
That's what are we? What? Whoa! In your head, that's what a colonoscopy is?
At 13, if a doctor puts his fingers in your butt,
Bro,
were you knocked out?
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there right now.
I'm
That
listening.
camera that doctor's putting in your cheeks,
Yeah.
nothing even slightly compared to like the average.
Don't say it.
The average
Don't say it.
dude hitting any girl in the cheeks, bro.
Okay, all right.
So it's like it can't be that bad. You can,
Were you knocked out for
you're
this?
passed out till you're under like
You were knocked out.
I was bro. The last thing I remember is drinking the drink.
That's
That's like
weird.
my actual memory of the surgery, the whole operation. Do you know the shit drink?
No.
But you drink a drink, just it makes you just water poo.
Okay, well, they don't want to hear
Squirt
about this.
out. But then, dude, that's the last thing I remember. And then I got hit with they say, bye, Hunter. Peace. And that's the last thing I remember, man. Is just
You said, my butt hurt.
now that I woke up and I don't even remember anything.
They put a camera up your butt?
Straight up there.
Damn.
Is what it is.
I don't know what to say to that.
It wasn't that bad of an experience at all. I mean, if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd say 10 out of 10 experience. I mean, for what had to be done in the situation.
I wanted the phone bit.
I don't even think that I didn't. Have you ever had like a doctor?
Touch my nuts?
No. Well, anywhere. Yeah.
Go up my butt?
Yeah.
No, I get physicals a lot where doctors touch my balls. They check it. I got a cough.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because you have that weird thing on there, huh?
I had a hernia when I was a kid, and that was tough. I had to get a whole hernia surgery.
It went into your scrot?
No, but they would touch my nuts, and if I coughed and the meat of my stomach came out, they knew the hernia was there.
Oh.
And that was brutal, getting a hernia removed. You know, because so when you have a hernia, people assume that like hernias usually happen because when you're lifting heavy weights, people assume you're ever like, oh, I don't want to pull too much, I'll get a hernia. So people assume when you get a hernia, it's because you lift on heavy weights. For me, I just had it as a child. I don't know if it is. When I came out the womb of my mom, I came out with the umbilical cord around my neck. I was choking out. I was blue.
You know what that means?
What?
Shouldn't be here.
I know. I really shouldn't be here. I'm a miracle baby.
Or you like Satan's spawn. You could have been too, like a undead ass baby.
Don't say that.
He's like, oh, you know what? You could have went away for a second in your mama belly, and then Satan's like, ooh, I'm trying to go to Earth, and then just went right inside you right there.
Whoa.
And that could be you.
You think don't say that. Dude, what the hell?
That could be you.
Don't say that.
That's how that happens. That's how he like travels around, man.
I got a complaint. Water after beer tastes disgusting.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Tastes like I'm drinking spit. It's terrible.
Just a cup of spit. That's
I'll be
gross.
for real. My cousin, who will remain nameless, he drink a little bit, and then you looking at him like he in smacking mood. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to talk to him no more. He was in smacking mood. You know when someone has enough beer to start getting in smacking
Dude,
mood?
that was so funny. He definitely had like a shark look in his eye. Like when you see a shark, it'll just look like they've been alive for 1,000
Hey, look,
years.
if I say the wrong thing, I might get stabbed. You know what I
It's
mean?
like a Vikings. Like if he had an axe, he would have thrown that motherfucker at you, dog.
Yeah, bro. I got a little nervous. He was in smacking mode. I'll put it that way.
I wish he would have just popped you a good one, man. That'd have been good to see.
Yeah, but if he pops me, I pop you. It's the old thing. I knock you out with a little couple pops.
Jake.
I mean, yeah, you know what I mean. Talking about what you want to say?
You know what? You know what the people need to know?
What?
Yo, back.
What's wrong with my back?
Yo, back. Do I need to tell them or are you going to say it?
What's wrong with my
Let's
back?
be honest. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't double down on it. What's wrong with your back? Come on. Let them know. Come clean. Just come clean.
Okay, so here's the thing with
Tell
my
the
back.
people.
Here's the thing with my back.
Tell them.
So I'm a small guy, and you see my body. You see this is a child's body. And you see my back, and you go, "That's a man's back." That's all it is. I have a man's back.
So you think what I'm talking is your established back muscles.
I have back.
You think that
muscles.
I'm talking like Jake's got definition back
Here's
there.
what Hunter tells me. He goes,
That's
you,
what you're
he
saying.
goes, "You have the body of a child, but the back of a man." So what's that mean?
The sculpted back of a Greek statue. That's what I think you have.
So yes,
Well, can I tell you what I'm really getting at here? You really missing the whole thing. You know how some people go to Turkey to get their hair done?
I don't know about that.
Have you ever heard of this, though?
I have heard about that.
Okay, people go to Turkey, they get their hair done.
You
right?
heard that recently.
Do you want to know where they pull their hair from?
I'm guessing the ass.
Anywhere it grows on their body, right?
Okay.
Now, typically that is like a thigh, a calf, a forearm. In your situation, if we were going to pull the thickest hair on your body, I just want you to tell the people where we would pull that hair from.
2 places. Either the top of my back, by my neck, or the lower of my back, by my spine.
So, give me some. I'm glad that you let the people know, man. You've got the hairiest back I've ever seen on a midget. Go ahead.
Here's the thing about my back. There are probably many midgets with hairier backs, but my back happens to be weirdly hairy. Because I'm gonna break down my DNA for the people. For the people, I'm gonna break down my DNA for the people. Native American, no hair. Korean, no hair. Alaska,
Hobbit.
there's a hobbit in there. and
You
that's
got
probably where it comes
hairy
from.
feet, knuckles, and spine. It's weird,
I'm gonna be
man.
so for real. My DNA is, like I said, Native American, Korean, Welsh, and European. So where's the hair come from?
I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it. But the fact that it is as long as it is what bothers me. I mean, it's like, it's do something about it long.
It's not just long; it's dark.
It's very dark.
It's like, why is it so dark?
And why don't you have like a beard? If you're gonna be this hairy guy, at least have a beard.
I can't grow a hair on my back. But by the way, this is a topic of argument between me and my girlfriend a lot.
Right.
Which is, why do you have so much hair on your back?
Oh my God. Because I bet she like tries to. Oh my God.
the
She
fact
like
that-
touches you. It's like come on.
My girlfriend said the first time she hugged me when my shirt was off, she said, "What is this?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" I knew what she was talking about. You know what I mean? I was like, I know we're not talking about what I think we're talking about. Oh, we're talking about what I think we're talking about, which is the weird amount of. I don't have hair like. I'm not rocking a shirt back there. I'm rocking spots.
Oh my dude, this is so funny.
Like, you ever see like it's just it's like
Your girlfriend, the first time she touched you, she's like, "What the?"
It makes no sense because the back of my back, you would think like it's not one spot; it's patches of random black hair.
Oh my God, bro, that is so funny, dude. I'm crying right now.
That was
I'm just thinking of her touching your back and being like, ugh, what the?
She was like, ew, but
Has she ever offered to help you like shave it?
she has offered.
And what do you're like, nah.
What's she gonna do?
Get a shaver, a Manscaped little trimmer, and trim you up. We need to get sponsored, Manscaped. What the fuck? Send me some money, God damn it.
If you shave hair, send us it, and I will shave my hair for the camera.
Fucking.
It is all I know is when I went to the pool recently.
I'll shave my hair for the kid. Dude, that's the deal. I will shave Jake's back hair if Manscaped sends us some money.
That is facts.
Just sponsor our podcast. We're just two dudes trying to make it. Crack timeout. We're not even looking for that much money. Honestly, send us $200. $200 and 2 trimmers. $200
I'm on the phone,
and
Manscaped
2
right
trimmers,
now.
and we'll do Manscaped ads for 6 months. That's a fair deal.
Manscaped, we're
Hit
on
me
the
up.
phone with
Crack
you.
timeout. Hunter Jake. I'll
We'll
shave
do-
his back.
We'll shave my back, and I went to the pool 2 days ago with my cousin, who will remain nameless,
Fuck.
and my friend.
Is this a public pool or this is someone's backyard?
This is a public pool.
What do you mean? But where are you at? A public pool?
Community center. There's children. There's moms. You know what I mean? There's
Why
jack
are you going to
dudes.
places like this?
It's summertime now. It's hot. It's 85 degrees.
You don't need to be doing that though. Your look, your vibe. You don't need to be pulling up there.
First of all,
You need to avoid places like that.
I go to these places immediately. It's weird.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Look at you. You
I
look
look
at
at the
Richard
I look at the moms, and they don't look at me back like I'm a human. You know what I mean? They're looking like, why are they here? And I go in the water. Here's the problem.
Yeah, because do you know what you look like? They're looking at their kids like. It's like, you good,
My cousin,
bro?
who her name was, just in the back dropping the PSP.
You good, cuz? Like, how do you drop it?
I'm for real. You guys think I'm drunk? My cousin, who will remain nameless, he has had double the amount of beers I've had, and he's in the back playing my PSP right now.
Bro, I've never seen anybody just on their phone and then scrolling drop that shit. He was just playing it.
I mean, I want like a beer bitch, because I'm out. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
I think right of that. I mean, it's what it is. And here's the thing. There's moms there. I took my shirt off in front of the mom.
Okay.
I took it off.
Now, is your cousin a girl?
My cousin, who remain nameless, is a man. He is my age as a man, and
Y'all two went to a public.
and he's a critical man. This is not a nice man. This
You
is a
guys went to a public pool.
public pool.
Hey.
And yo, and
What are we doing?
and
Fellas.
I take my shirt off in
I mean,
front
is
of
this
this.
like an apartment complex or what?
It's a community pool. There are families there. There is dads with chests and belly and tattoos. So how you gonna look in 20 years? Is how they look. Like, you think you're gonna rock this bod forever? You'll keep the chest. The abs will go.
No.
The abs will go.
I'll keep my food
They'll
in
go
check.
this way.
I keep my food in check, but
You're gonna look pregnant in 20 years.
I have. Okay. I mean, keep on saying what you gonna
And
say.
the tattoos don't hold up. And that's what's there right now. And I'm popping my shirt off in front of these people, and there's hair on my back.
A lot of hair on your back.
Uh,
This guy's way older than he looks. Hair amount on your back.
I don't ever really get insecure, but when the shirt came off,
You have 13-year-old body with 45-year-old back hair.
yes.
Go ahead.
When the shirt came off, I'm about to start crying. I thought to myself, I'm scaring the children.
Yes.
I thought to myself,
I am Wolfman.
the moms are like, why is he here? I thought to myself, the dad's probably going to try to beat me up. Because what's the guy with his back hair doing at a community pool?
Did you press the dad or anything? Like,
No.
were you like mad dogging him, be giving him like crazy eye, fucking bulldog eye?
You're overestimating me.
You're not even fucking looking at people crazy. Guys like you, that should be your go-to. I'm gonna give him crazy eye. Hopefully, he leave me alone.
When I go to
You
the
know?
pool, my move is to move around a lot where you don't notice the hair. If I'm constantly shifting around, you won't notice.
Oh, they're definitely noticing.
And if I jump,
I notice it when you wear a T-shirt, bitch. You have crazy back hair.
I really don't know what's
It hangs out.
my brother doesn't have that. My dad don't have that. My mom might have that. I don't know where it comes from.
Can I tell you where it comes from?
The Mexican side of my family.
No, the guy who probably poured the concrete at whatever house your mama was living at when she got pregnant by you.
Oh shit!
Pregnant for her. That's
Just
what
do
I'm
that
saying.
back hair.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Some little stumpy, just Guatemalan ran up in there and
Hey. You dig?
just like that, ran up out of there. He had like a little shrunken head with him, threw it in his backpack.
I'm not
Got
gonna.
up outta
I'm
there.
not gonna act. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not
Map
insecure
to
about
Ecuador.
it. I'm
My
insecure
fault.
about the back hair, and there's nothing I could do about it.
Are
except
you really insecure about it? That's like a manly thing. Don't be insecure.
I'm not insecure. My biggest problem with it is only in two spots, which is the top of my back and the bottom of my back. It does look strange. I don't want to show the camera because My cousin is breathing so hard back there, it's bugging me.
It's like, do you have coke nose or what's going on?
What's going on?
Do you just do
Grab
mad
me a
coke?
beer.
What are you doing, man?
I would like another beer.
You're wildin'. Fight got intense. We'll say it. We'll just come out and say it. Jake said he was going to quit. He said, I'm out. I quit crack timeout. You suck.
Hunter dropped the mic, and the face he made, I wanted to fucking punch a wall. I was about ready to just drive home. I was like, I'm going to cut it in right here.
To think that that's what happened, man. It's sometimes they just get away from you. And that's okay. You know what? We're here to...
And it wasn't like we're alone. My cousin's just in the room. And in the moment, all I saw was black. I saw red. I got mad, and I'll be for real. Like, I'm looking at you right now. I'm seeing all this. This is what. Let me show you. When you dropped the mic, here's what I saw. Darkness. I stood up and just went, time to go crazy.
You got real mad.
And
that's all on camera, though, right? You standing up and all that.
It's all on camera. And I'll be for real. I think it was good that it happened. And then me and Hunter, we made up within like 10 minutes of that.
Yeah, we're fine.
We got in the car. We started talking. You start busting balls. You start getting honest with each other. I said, Hunter, I hate you.
He dropped it. I hate a couple times. I hate you. And it is
And
what
then,
it is. I
and
appreciate
then, you know,
it.
at the end of the day, Hunter, you know, that's my brother.
I wear on people. It is what it is.
And Hunter at one point said, Jake, do you know what it's like to hang out with you? And then I thought about it. I said, it must be tough.
It's a tough hang sometimes. It's
And
rough.
I thought about it. I said, you know what? It can't be easy. You know what I mean?
It's like hanging with a smart chihuahua.
It's like hanging out with that's a good way to say it. A smart chihuahua. And you know what? It's a chihuahua who thinks he's smarter than he is. That's a better way to say it.
He's somebody who just knows how to get on your nerves. A chihuahua will bark and get on your nerves. But this motherfucker knows when to bark to really piss you off.
And hanging out with Hunter is like hanging out with a bulldog that is in constant, like, you never know what's going to happen.
You know it'd be great if you didn't use a dog reference. You could have went anywhere. You could have said living with Hunter's like living with a homeless guy, or hanging with Hunter's like, you know, he's unpredictable like the weather. You know, you could have done anything.
Hanging
you
with
went
Hunter
dog again.
is like hanging with June weather. Like, what am I getting today?
Okay.
What's happening? But here's
You
the thing.
okay. I'm actually with you. Like June, I thought you. Okay, can I be?
What you thought I said?
I thought you were saying June weather as in someone's name, as in like a first and last name.
This is what I mean when I say, am I getting smart or dumb, Hunter? And today I got dumb. I'm just kidding.
Today he did get dumb, boy.
No, I
was ready
mean,
to
Hunter,
fight.
we were beefing. We got in the car. My cousin was in there.
We had a UFC argument, I think earlier in this podcast, or was
We're
this
not going to include that, but there was a whole argument about UFC that was. I'm not going to say it was weird.
He really got into the throes of being a fan of sports, and I honestly think there's some gold in that too.
I might cut a clipper right. That's gonna be like.
Oh,
and
man.
then we got in the car, and then we got to the place we do stand up at, which we don't really talk about that much. And then Hunter,
Which is so weird, but go ahead.
then Hunter stuck his hands out and said, "Touch my hands."
I made him grab my hands. It's something that
And I did not want to do it because I thought it'd be weird to touch a grown man's hands, and we did it. And you know what? It actually did help a little bit.
it grounds you, man. This is something that someone taught me in a bar once, and it is what it is. Bar lessons, call it whatever you want. This is the segment of the show, bar lessons. Y'all welcome.
Bar
to it.
lessons. You're welcome for the bar lessons.
I got a couple of these because I haven't even started.
We'll have a whole episode called Bar Lessons in the next
Kiki the
episode.
Pimp Chronicles. We haven't even started that.
That's gonna be a good ep.
That is a whole. It's a whole thing in itself. Pretty sure he was at one point doing business with my mom. We was talking about
Holding hands.
holding hands.
The ground.
Oh man. Okay. So I was in a bar once, and this girl.
Let's speed the story up. This is a story that you're mumbling through. Speed it up.
Yeah, it's not, who are we speeding this up for? Calm down.
Speed it up.
I was in a bar, man, and I met this girl, and I was all flustered about something. I was real upset about it, and I had something going on in my life, and she didn't even know who I was at all. Real pretty girl, and she turns around, and she grabs both my hands. She just says, "Breathe," and she's holding my hand. She's looking at me. She's not like inappropriately close to me or anything, but she's got both my hands in her hands, and to be honest with you, it calmed me down. I was ready to headbutt somebody, and by the time we was done, I was about to buy the guy a beer, you know. And ultimately, it's just grounding yourself, bro. It's just
So we did that.
You're a human, you know. I'm a human. It's okay.
We found God in that moment.
I mean, you may have met your maker or did whatever you did. I didn't necessarily. Wasn't all that for me.
And I said, if he can forgive Judas, I can forgive Hunter.
Comparing me to Judas, I get it.
No, Hunter. Me and Hunter, we had no beef. At the end of the day, all it is that
We did
Hunter,
have beef. I was really pretty mad at you, actually.
at the end of the day, all me and Hunter have is that at the end of the day, the truth is, I see Hunter more than I see my girlfriend. So we're gonna argue a lot. You know what I mean? I think we can end up. That's a crack time. Thank you guys so much for watching.
No, we got to do it better. That's
Okay.
the ending.
At the end of the day, we're gonna argue, and so we made up. We hung out with other people, and then we started hating other people, and like the mutual hate brought us back. And then my
Jake,
cousin.
have you ever been to a picnic at a park?
Yes.
You know, I grew up doing that a lot. I'd go to a picnic with all the time. My family would go. We'd always go to the same park.
Yes.
Sometimes we'd even stay there,
Yes.
like in tents, you know.
And that was your home, I guess.
Well, I mean, it was weeks on end.
We
sometimes.
camping tonight, Hunter.
You know what it was like?
What?
It was almost like a crack timeout.